Hello and welcome. In my last video, I introduced the 7-zip file archiver and I illustrated how to download, install and use 7-zip on a Windows computer. In this video, I'm going to show you how to securely create compressed and encrypted file and folder archives using 7-zip. Now it's quite easy because 7-zip comes with inbuilt support for the AES 256 encryption standard in both the default native 7-zip file format as well as the widely used zip format. So what is AES encryption? Briefly, it's a standard encryption standard specification that was established in 2001 by the National Institutes for Standards and Technology. And in summary, it's been adopted by the United States federal government in 2002 as an approved encryption standard for the encryption of classified documents, and indeed it's the first standard ever to be selected by the NSA for use for top secret information, the encryption of top secret information. So it's a very good standard. So how do we use it? To begin, let us open up File Explorer. In fact, let me minimize the browser. Great. So to encrypt, for example, this folder, and this folder contains within it one file and one subfolder. Okay, so back to the parent folder. If I wish to securely encrypt this folder, I right-click, I select 7-zip, and then choose Add to Archive. Now, this is very important. The default option, archive option, is .zip. You should not use it. In fact, let me show you why you should not use it. Okay, the archive format is zip. If I enter in an encryption password, so I'm going to enter that in right now, and then encryption method AES 256. Great, and click OK. So in theory, I have an encrypted archive. You should never do this, okay? And let me show you why. So I'm going to delete the folder and I'm going to now try and decrypt this. So I'm going to right click, 7-zip, extract here. It prompts me for a password. But if you notice, I haven't entered a password. But it has nonetheless extracted the folder. So I'm going to click cancel here now. So I haven't entered a password, but nonetheless the folder has been created and indeed the file has been created. Now the file is a zero-length file, so it hasn't decrypted the file, but it allows a third party to know the files and folders that reside inside my encrypted archive. That is, as far as I'm concerned, completely unacceptable and it is very unsecure. So that is something you should never do. Okay, now that I've shown you what you should never do, let me show you what you should do to securely create an encrypted and compressed archive. Follow the same procedure, right-click over the folder in which you want to archive or files, select 7-zip, select Add to Archive, and crucially, we must select the option Archive Format 7-zip. Now watch what happens. When there is zip, these are the options here. When I select 7-zip, one more option appears and it's encrypt file names. This is a very important option. So I now enter in the exact same password as before and I create my archive, but crucially using the archive format 7Z, set for 7-zip, and click OK. Great. It's now created the archive. So I'm going to delete the original folder and now I'm going to attempt to decrypt and uncompress this archive. So right click, 7-zip, extract here. So I'm prompted to extract. Notice if I don't enter a password or click cancel, nothing is created. In fact, there is no way to view that archive without knowing the password. So this is the method I've just shown you there is the secure method for creating encrypted archives using 7-zip. In summary, always use the 7-zip format and ensure that you check encrypt file names, which I'll demonstrate in a moment. So I'm going to enter in my password and there we go. It creates the file and folder. So one more time, to securely create an encrypted archive, right click, select 7-zip, Add to Archive, and crucially, verify that the archive format is set to 7Z and verify that the encrypted file names is checked. And also the encryption method is AE256. In fact, is the only method that the 7-zip archive format supports. And then you enter in your password. And that's it. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the video. I would like to add one more thing before I go. The encrypted and compressed archives that we create using 7-zip on a Windows machine may be ported over to a macOS operating system, and these encrypted compressed archives can be decrypted on a macOS operating system using the KEKA macOS file archiver. Just to let you know, so it's really nice. So we can take our encrypted archives and move them back and forth between a Windows and macOS operating system. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much.